So, hello everyone and welcome and thanks everyone for joining the bootcamp. And this bootcamp is intended for anybody who wants to learn Marketing Cloud, explore all the Marketing Cloud concepts, and also to clear the certification. A little bit about me. I am a Marketing Cloud consultant and marketing champion, 16-time certified application architect, founder and co-leader of the Salesforce Marketers Group Phoenix, and the founder of the Impact Force and the Marketing Cloud Learning Camp. And here's my blog, jvitra.com, where I share my insights on the Marketing Cloud. And all the session recordings will be uploaded to this YouTube channel, Trailblazing Together. I'll be sharing that link to that YouTube channel as well. And here's the agenda for today's bootcamp. We're going to talk about what this bootcamp structure is, how it is scheduled, and the speakers, and the certification overview of the Marketing Cloud Administrator, and some of the useful resources related to the Administrator certification, and finally an overview of the Marketing Cloud by Kellen. A few items before we get started. So this session is going to be recorded and it will be uploaded to the YouTube channel after the bootcamp concludes. And if you have any questions, please post them in the chat box and we will answer them at the end of the session. And if there are any other unanswered questions, please post them in the Slack channel. And I hope all of you are able to join the Slack channel. If you have any issues joining the Slack channel, please text me and I will be able to send you the invite so you can join that Slack channel. And in that channel, we do have the channels created for the homework and the resources, wherein we will be sharing all the resources specific to that particular session. Let's say on day one, we will be sharing the resources for that specific day and the homework modules that you can follow after the session. And any of the questions to any of the topics, you can post them on the Slack channel after the session. And also we are planning for a session at the end of this bootcamp, that is the Ask Me Anything panel, which will be joined by the Marketing Cloud experts, and you will get an opportunity to clarify your questions directly with the experts. And please share your feedback on the Slack channel. And if you're looking for something, post that as well. And also share on Twitter using the hashtag MC Learning Camp and tag PHXB2CUG. And I can't love this more. I take the privilege of introducing the speakers of this bootcamp. And there is something unique about this bootcamp. Almost all of the speakers of this bootcamp are marketing champions, and also almost all of them are certified trainers, Salesforce certified trainers. And as you know, Kellen, Vicky, Natasha, Thomas, Vlad, Elliot, they have been running multiple training sessions and helping people learn Marketing Cloud. And Bogdan, Coyote, Chris, Zulo, they have been running multiple sessions to spread their insights about the Marketing Cloud. So I'm so excited to have them join and share their knowledge about the Marketing Cloud Administrator concepts. And here's how the schedule is going to look like. This bootcamp happens every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. And if you are joining from the other regions, maybe APAC or the EMEA, the timing, the date is going to be the next day. So all the sessions will happen at 3 p.m. And we have the exam topics divided into multiple sessions spread across 10 sessions. And this is the outline of how the sessions are split. In today's session, we're going to look at the certification overview and also about the Marketing Cloud overview that is covered by Kellen and myself. And the next session is going to be on subscriber data management, which is covered by Vicky, and channel management by Natasha. And the setup is divided into 2 sessions, which is covered by Bogdan and Coyote. And maintenance section is covered by Thomas. Digital marketing proficiency, again, it's divided into 2 sessions, which is covered by Chris and Vlad. And Elliot is going to cover the Marketing Cloud extension products, and I'm going to cover about the channel management. And at the end of this bootcamp, that is on November 18th, we have Ask Me Anything panel. And a few notes. So the session covered by Vlad on November 9th, that timing may change. And also there is one more thing to note is November 7th, the daylight saving is going to end. So if you are joining from other countries, so it may not be at the same time, but it may be a bit, 1 hour before of the regular timings that you will be joining. And if you haven't already joined the Slack channel, please join the Slack channel. And if you have any issue joining, please message me either in the chat window here or after on the LinkedIn or on the Trailblazer community group event. And make sure to register to all the events. So we have 11 more sessions scheduled that are related to this bootcamp. Make sure to register all these bootcamps so you will get the notifications and all the relevant resources. And please share your feedback using these hashtags: MC Learning Camp, Trailblazer Community, and tag Marketing Cloud and PHX B2C UG. And the exciting part, we do have swag. We're going to give away 10 Salesforce certification vouchers, and the eligible participants are the ones who attend at least 8 sessions. So you will, those who attend 8 sessions will have a chance to win 1 certification voucher, and we will be able to announce the winners after our final sessions. And there is also something to note here. This is available only for the residents of US and Canada, Canada excluding Quebec. And let's take a look at the marketing certifications. So if you are new to the Marketing Cloud and you are just exploring Marketing Cloud certifications, we do have total 6 certifications. 2 are related to the product and 4 are related to the Marketing Cloud. As you look at this hierarchy here, on the Marketing Cloud end, Marketing Cloud Admin could be the starting certification for anybody. It would be the recommended one to start with. And this is a prerequisite for the Marketing Cloud Consultant certification. And the next one could be the Marketing Cloud Email Specialist, which is a prerequisite for the Marketing Cloud Developer. And on the product side, the product specialist is the one to start with, and it is a prerequisite to the product consultant certification. And looking at each of these certifications in detail, the administrator certification is for people who have at least 3 to 6 months of experience, and there is no prerequisite required for this certification. And the individual must have knowledge of the Marketing Cloud setup, the contact model, and the best practices and all the products that are available. And for a consultant certification, Marketing Cloud Admin certification is a prerequisite, and it is recommended to have 6+ months of experience or at least 5 implementation projects experience, hands-on experience. And the individual must be experienced with designing designing and executing both the tactical and strategic email campaigns, which includes the content system, segmentation, automations, tracking, analytics on a consultant level. The next one is the email specialist certification. This is for individuals who have experience using Marketing Cloud for email marketing best practices, email design, subscriber and data management, delivery and tracking. And there are no prerequisites for this certification. It is recommended to have 6 months to 1 year experience. And the last one is the developer certification. For a developer, they should be experienced with the scripting languages, the AMP script, SSJS, and also they should be able to create personalized and dynamic messages in the emails, push notifications, landing pages, and knowledge about the data configuration, advanced segmentation, reporting, and analytics. It is recommended to have at least 1 year of experience for this one. And email specialist certification is a prerequisite for this. And let's look at the Marketing Cloud Administrator certification in detail. So an administrator should have knowledge of the features available to end users and configuring options available in the Marketing Cloud. They should also have an understanding of the industry and product best practices, and they should be familiar with the data structure in subscriber data management, and very importantly, they should be able to navigate the setup and configure all the things in there, and they should be able to troubleshoot any account configuration and provide user permissions and requests. And this exam has 60 questions, and the time allotted is 105 minutes. And this has a passing score of 67%. And one would be able to know the results soon after completing the exam. And there is a section level feedback available. The registration fee for this exam is $200. And here's the exam outline looks like. So these are the different topics that this exam covers, and each topic has the weightage as mentioned in this here. The digital marketing proficiency, it takes up to 13%, subscriber management 18%, and the setup, which takes a huge chunk of the exam, which is 38%, the channel management 16%, and maintenance 15%. So we have divided all these topics across the different sessions. So the setup is divided into 3 sessions, the subscriber management into 2, digital marketing 2, channel management 2, likewise. So each of these topics are covered in detail, and we will be able to provide demos wherever applicable. So you will have a better understanding of how things are configured, how you would be able to go and make the changes. And these are the individual section topics that will be covered. I'll skip this for now. And last one is the maintenance, which is like 9 questions on this. So each day of this bootcamp, we will cover in depth about each of these topics. And we're also planning to have a quiz at the end of each session. So you will also get an understanding of, you can try out the answers and you will know where you stand, and you will also be able to clear any questions that you have. And here are some of the useful resources that could be helpful. We will be sharing all these resources in the Slack channel after this session. So you will be able to access these resources after. And please follow through all these resources. And for each session, starting from the day 2, we will be sharing the homework and the additional resources that you can go through. And once you have taken the certification, these are some of the important things to remember. Once you have the certification, make sure you do the maintenance. Every release, you're supposed to clear your maintenance certification as well. And also, if you are new to Salesforce certifications and you just have created a web assessor account, please make sure to link your Trailhead and the web assessor accounts. And remember that the trailblazer.me, that the profile that you have is like your resume. And make sure to update that profile with all the relevant information about yourself. And it will be linked to your Trailhead profile, and all the badges and the certifications will be displayed in there. And also follow the maintenance schedule and make sure that you're up to date with all your maintenance exams. And that is all from my end. So with that, I will turn it over to Kalen. Kalen is going to go through he's going to cover the Marketing Cloud overview. What are the career options available, how to get started, various other information, resources, and documents available. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Kalen. Kalen, can you try it now?
Hey there. Yeah, thank you. Okay, sorry everyone. I didn't fall asleep on you. I just couldn't open up my camera or unmute myself. So thank you for that, JB. So yeah, as JB said, I'm going to go over some of the really a lot of the common questions that I get when people start off in Marketing Cloud, but also just want to kind of give a quick little background about myself as well. A few years ago, I was probably like most of you on this call where I was you're thrown into a project using Marketing Cloud, or you've heard about Marketing Cloud, you're a Salesforce admin, and you want to learn more about this because you've heard about career opportunities, you've heard that this is a very niche product, and there's a lot of opportunity in the ecosystem when you learn Marketing Cloud. So I was just like you, just a couple of years ago. Actually, when I started, there were no super badges, or not even super badges, trail mixes in general for Marketing Cloud. There was no, the salesforce.help.com or help.salesforce.com was on the exact target website. And so everything I say that to say, I started out really just in the dark, kind of like probably how you all feel right now. And while I was on that mission, I really was determined to, make sure that people who came after me didn't have to go through what I went through learning Marketing Cloud. So really just want to let you know everything that I do is really for everybody in the community, so that you don't have to go through the treacherous journey that I had to go through, and probably most of the people who are familiar with Marketing Cloud had to go through to learn it, which I guess is the definition of a trailblazer. So hopefully I can help you on this in this session, blaze a trail a little bit more. And if you also have any other questions, I want to be able to help you out with those. So with that being said, in this session today, I am going to answer some commonly asked questions and just give you an overview of Marketing Cloud. So actually, to really start off, if I could just share my screen here, I want to just give you a couple of resources here, and I'll tell you where you can go and find these resources. But I'd like to show you as I'm speaking to you. I'd like to show you what I'm talking about here. So let me just go ahead and share my screen here in a second. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to pull this screen down, and I will share this here. Okay. So actually, I created something a while back to kind of show you. Let me move this floating panel because it's getting in the way here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so I created something a while back just to really give anybody starting out in the Marketing Cloud space a step-by-step process on how to actually just go from not knowing Marketing Cloud to having a basic understanding and to actually feeling confident in Marketing Cloud. So what we're going to start off with here is just some of the common questions that I get whenever people are first starting off in Marketing Cloud. And then I'll go into a little bit more intermediate questions, and then I'll actually just kind of show you what Marketing Cloud looks like and then give you other resources. So as a forewarning here, I am not somebody who is super formal whenever I speak about technical details. We get enough technical information whenever we're researching Salesforce functionality or Marketing Cloud functionality. So whenever I speak, I'm going to be very layman's terms, just as if you and I were having a basic conversation, playing golf together or something like that. So everything I say is going to be very just normal, basic English here. So to start off, the most common question I get is, what is Marketing Cloud? Like, how is it even different than Salesforce Sales Cloud, which everybody's very used to? which we'll actually get into here in a second, which is everybody thinks you have to start with Sales Cloud and then do Marketing Cloud, but I'll dispel that myth here in a second. But what is Marketing Cloud? So essentially, Marketing Cloud is the most powerful marketing automation tool in the world. Think about Salesforce. It's the #1 CRM in the world, and Marketing Cloud is a Salesforce product. So it has the power of Salesforce. It has all the brains of Salesforce. It has all the functionality and capabilities of Salesforce, except it's a marketing automation tool. So think about the power that Salesforce has compared to its competitors. So, you know, when you're thinking of a CRM, you've got Sugar CRM, you've got HubSpot, you have all these other competitors to Salesforce. You have SAP, you have Oracle, you have Adobe, then you have Salesforce, which is the king at the top of the mountain, right? And then you have it's one of its clouds, which is Marketing Cloud. So Marketing Cloud does the marketing automation side of, for any enterprise corporation. So as you know, every company needs to sell, but they also need to market their products with emails, text messages, mobile push notifications. So think about a mobile push notification you've gotten from Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. Where were all of those messages coming from? How did that generate? It didn't come out of thin air, right? So it came from a marketing automation tool like Marketing Cloud. More than likely, like the major brands that we're talking about, like WhatsApp, the mobile push notifications from Adidas or Facebook or Instagram. Maybe some of those are in-house because they've got, billions of dollars to do all that themselves. But Marketing Cloud does that for huge companies like Adidas, Ticketmaster, Bentley, AT&T. So Marketing Cloud does all of that for those companies. So it does that marketing automation piece. So that's Marketing Cloud in a nutshell. It's the marketing automation tool for enterprise corporations, and actually even companies that aren't even enterprise corporations. But hopefully I've answered what Marketing Cloud is. So I want to kind of go down here a little bit and just talk about some of the industries that use Marketing Cloud. And I shouldn't say some of the industries, because literally every industry uses Marketing Cloud. This goes into my second point here, which is I get a lot of questions around who can actually do Marketing Cloud. If I come over from the healthcare industry, can I do Marketing Cloud? If I come over from maybe finance, I've worked at maybe, let's say, Bank of America, or I've worked at Citibank, or I've worked in higher education. Can I do Marketing Cloud? And the answer is absolutely yes. And I say that because every company needs marketing. And when you think about Salesforce being the world's #1 CRM, think about how many, if you have a company that is the world's #1 CRM, that means how many companies in the world are using Salesforce. Now, think about your Apple Watch for a second. This is how I always explain it to people. Think about when you first got an iPhone or an Apple Watch or an Apple TV. You have brand loyalty. And when the product is amazing and you really enjoy your iPhone, you're probably going to get the AirPods, or you're probably going to get the Apple Watch, or you're probably going to get another Apple product, right? So these companies are seeing how great their Sales Cloud is, or their Service Cloud product is, and they're saying, why don't we have Marketing Cloud as the connection piece for our enterprise marketing automation software? Why are we using Marketo? Why are we using HubSpot if we're using Sales Cloud or Service Cloud? So all these companies are really, especially now, starting to really integrate Marketing Cloud with Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud. And Marketing Cloud is actually one of the fastest growing products in the Salesforce ecosystem, because companies are starting to understand the value of integrating all of their products underneath the Salesforce umbrella. Kind of like that, once you get that iPhone, you want to get the Mac, you want to get the AirPods, you want to get the Apple Watch. So everything's starting to come together pretty much. So every industry is using Marketing Cloud. And I actually, in this PDF document that I can share with everybody. I actually have clickable links here to see, so you can actually see some of the examples of companies in the healthcare industry that are using Marketing Cloud, companies in the higher education, manufacturing, finance industry that are all using Marketing Cloud. But I'm not going to go delve into that in too much detail right now. After this, I can share the link to this document and other documents with you, and have those automatically sent over to you. But just want to go into another few sets of questions that I have here. And as you can see in this document, I've included some examples of how a company like Adidas would use Marketing Cloud. I'm not going to go into that into too much detail on this call here, because you can read over all of this information. This is actually 16 pages of info here that I've put together for you. Also, just want to kind of talk about who Marketing Cloud is for, which I know I kind of talked about that in the last bullet here. But Marketing Cloud is literally, and I say this in the most respectful way possible, it's literally for anybody. I could literally train anybody to learn Marketing Cloud. I don't care what background you come from. I don't care what sort of level of education you could come from. If you can use Facebook, or if you know how to navigate Twitter, you could learn Marketing Cloud, because Salesforce has made Marketing Cloud so easy to use that you literally just need to know where things are at. Now, there's going to be different levels of Marketing Cloud that you're going to need to really grasp your mind around, like, understanding SQL or AMP script or server-side JavaScript. Those are more on the side of, okay, now I need to understand the coding side of Marketing Cloud. But when it comes to, setting up email campaigns, or creating a journey, or, putting an automation together, an automation studio, literally anybody can learn that in a week. If you just understand what you need to, where you need to click, what you need to press, because as we all know, Salesforce's motto is clicks, not code. So with that, the learning curve becomes so much easier. I actually think personally that Marketing Cloud is a lot, the learning curve is much faster than learning Sales Cloud or Service Cloud, because those are beasts in the ecosystem. There's so much you can possibly do. But in Marketing Cloud, like I said, it's a marketing automation tool. So once you understand what you're doing and how campaigns are built out, you pretty much understand Marketing Cloud pretty quick if you have the right person instructing you and teaching you what to do and why it's important. So let's go into a question that I've just now started to receive more and more, which is Marketing Cloud the same thing as Salesforce? Yes and no. So yes, because Marketing Cloud falls underneath the Salesforce umbrella. It's a cloud in the customer 360-degree view. So, in the 360-degree profile of Salesforce, you have Sales Cloud, which is what everybody is very comfortable with and used to, because when you hear about Salesforce, you hear what? People say, oh, get your Salesforce admin certification. That's the first thing most people go towards. I'm here to say you can entirely skip that process and just come over from your industry or your previous job and get either the Marketing Cloud Email Specialist certification first, or you could get the Marketing Cloud Administrator certification first, which is the certification that we're going to be covering over the course of these next few weeks here. But you can, like I said, you can get those two certifications first, because it is a completely different cloud than Sales Cloud. So you've got Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud, you have Pardot, you have CPQ, you have Financial Services Cloud, you have Field Service Lightning, you have Marketing Cloud. You have all these different clouds and platforms underneath the Salesforce umbrella. So yes, Marketing Cloud is the same thing as Salesforce due to that fact. But no, because Marketing Cloud has a different login and it serves a different purpose. You have it, it's used for a different reason. But the cool thing is Marketing Cloud actually integrates perfectly with Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Commerce Cloud through what's called Marketing Cloud Connect. So you can take all your CRM data that you're storing in Sales or Service Cloud or even Commerce Cloud. You can actually use that data, and you can use your marketing automation powers to send email follow-ups or put customers into journeys or campaigns based on criteria that they meet in your CRM. So yes and no, Marketing Cloud is the same thing as Salesforce, and it's also not the same thing as Salesforce in the sense that it's not Sales Cloud. It's not what everybody's used to when they think of Salesforce. So hopefully that makes sense as well. And hopefully, you know, after seeing this, this customer 360-degree view here, you can kind of see how Marketing Cloud fits into that overall ecosystem of Salesforce products, which allows the customer here to experience a seamless, to have a seamless experience with a company. So just wanted to kind of showcase that to you. We've also got the 4 different certifications that JB spoke about here, email specialist. These are all linked to the exam guides here. And then, so, you know, we've talked about which certs you can get. I go into detail about which cert you should get first. You can read all about that. Like I said, there will be a link that you can go to after this. And if you also really want to get this like ASAP, you can message me on LinkedIn. Just please don't destroy my LinkedIn DMs. You can message me at Kalen Moss, but you know, I can give you the link in that as well. And also, if you ask me for that link and you know somebody else who would need it, just go ahead and send that off to them, because all of this information I'm talking about here, this PDF and the other PDFs and resources will also be included in that. But let's go ahead and go to why I think you should learn Marketing Cloud over some other areas of Salesforce. I'm not saying that, you know, the other areas of Salesforce aren't good, you know, clouds or platforms to learn, but I have my reasons for why I think Marketing Cloud really wins out. I may be a little bit biased because I've been in the ecosystem for a while, in the Marketing Cloud ecosystem, but my experience has been nothing short of amazing. And I think, you know, there may be other factors as to why my experience in Salesforce in general has been so amazing. But I think a big part of why I've been able to really succeed in Salesforce so much is because I have learned Marketing Cloud. So I told you a little bit when I first started that when I first started off in marketing, or when I first started off in the Salesforce ecosystem, I was actually a Salesforce administrator in Service Cloud, handling customer support tickets, working with the customer service department. And it was great, was learning a lot. But one day my manager called me into her office and asked me if I wanted to learn Marketing Cloud. I had no idea what Marketing Cloud was. I said, sure, I guess. I mean, I'll try it out. I thought it was a completely different product. I thought I was getting kicked off of the team. I didn't think I was doing Salesforce anymore because I had no idea what Marketing Cloud was. But she explained to me that someone who was using marketing, or our Marketing Cloud admin at the company, left a couple of weeks before I started, and that she would like for me to learn it. So after that meeting, I went and read everything I could on Exact Target at the time, and really just tried to wrap my head around things. So then, you know, once I started to learn Marketing Cloud, I started to see different opportunities open up for me. I started to see different job offers on LinkedIn open up to me. I started to see, you know, different opportunities with different companies that were already using Marketing Cloud. I started to see more work from home opportunities because, you know, there were so few Marketing Cloud experts in the world in general. I also got a lot of opportunities to travel, which at that time I really wanted to travel. So that was a huge opportunity for me. And obviously, you know, once you learn a skill that's so niche, like Marketing Cloud, you have the opportunity to kind of negotiate your salary a little bit more than somebody else who may not be in as niche of an industry like Marketing Cloud. So all of those are experiences that I've gone through just since learning Marketing Cloud, starting back in 2017. And as you see now, I'm actually speaking at what I would consider one of the biggest, I guess, online platforms for studying for the Marketing Cloud Administrator certification. So that's just literally within 4 years. I'm 27 years old. I started off in Marketing Cloud when I was 23. So, it just goes to show there's a lot of opportunities when you learn something like Marketing Cloud, but that's also just the Salesforce ecosystem in general. So reason number one, it's one of the fastest growing clouds in the Salesforce ecosystem, which means you're going to have opportunities out the door, for most of your career. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon as far as demand goes for Marketing Cloud professionals. Reason number two, like I said, it's literally the law of supply and demand. I think I've got this curve down here. No, I don't have the supply and demand curve here, but I studied economics back in college, and think about it, more or less supply for people who actually know Marketing Cloud, way more demand. I go straight back to simple supply and demand curves there. That to me is extremely important to understand that, you're in an industry where not a lot of people know about Marketing Cloud. It's a great time to get into it. So I want to end off with the frequently asked questions right there. And I want to jump into this other kind of overview here that I've got for Marketing Cloud. Now, one thing I want everybody to understand here is that you shouldn't be intimidated by Marketing Cloud. I want to go through the core pieces of every single Marketing Cloud project that exists. Now, obviously here I'm leaving out things like Datorama, Interaction Studio, Einstein, analytics, and things like that. Those are additional products that you can add in. But let's talk about the 6 core steps of every single Marketing Cloud project. This is every project I've ever worked on, as well as every project that I've trained end users on. Now, also, I want to preface this by saying we are studying for the Marketing Cloud Administrator certification in this training program here with JB. So there are other things that involve administration and setup. As she mentioned, 38% of the administrator exam is on the setup portion. So there are some things I am going to leave out right here, but as far as the core concepts of every campaign, everything's going to pretty much remain the same. And once you understand the framework for every Marketing Cloud project, you can pretty much rinse and repeat every single time. It's kind of like a contractor who builds houses. It's going to take the same sort of kind of raw materials, the same process. You bring in a plumber, you bring in an electrician, you bring in the painters, and they do their project. And you kind of get into a routine on that. So the same thing goes when you're building out technical solutions for clients. So the first part of every Marketing Cloud project is, I say, creating data extensions and linking them. This comes in with the data model here. So, you can't do anything unless you have data in Marketing Cloud. So you've got to create your data extensions, your attribute groups, or else really nothing else is going to work in Journey Builder or Automation Studio. So you got to make sure you have the right data. Obviously, I'm leaving out the part that you've got to know how to clean your data up. You've got to know how to pull that data from your point of sale systems, from APIs and different things like that. But the core feature is you've got to create your data extensions, store your data in the right locations, and have data so that you're ready to send messages out to your customers. And then the next thing you do, you need to import that data, and then you need to segment your data. So segmenting your data is an extremely important part of the any campaign that you're creating in Marketing Cloud. So I know we've all heard at least something about segmenting your data when it comes to Marketing Cloud, whether that's with data filters or with SQL query activities. You've got to make sure that you split your customers up into the right groups. So why is that important? So let's just say, we've got our buddy, I forgot your name and I can't see any names here, but the St. Petersburg guy I was talking to here on the line. Forgot your name. I'm so sorry. And I can't see any messages right now, but imagine it's 88 degrees in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I send you a message about snow boots. How relevant will that be to you? You're probably not going to even open that email, right? You're not going to check that text message or go to that landing page because snow boots don't matter to you. You're ready to go to the beach and put on flip-flops and board shorts and go surfing, right? So segmenting your data is extremely important because you've got to talk to your audience the right way, or else nothing you send out is going to really resonate with anybody there. So huge part of every implementation is making sure you've got your audience segmented, and then actually creating your content in Content Builder that you want to send to those segmented audiences. So let's say you're Nike or Adidas and you're sending, boots for the snow to somebody in Minnesota, but you're also sending flip-flops or slides to somebody who lives in Miami, Florida. You've got to be able to make the right message for the right audience. So the next part of this piece is creating that content. And then you want to make sure once you create everything, you segment everything. You don't want to keep on doing the same routine, monotonous process every single time. So we've got these really powerful tools in Marketing Cloud, one called Automation Studio and the other one called Journey Builder, which allow us to pretty much automate everything we've already set up to this point. So if you want to segment your data and you always have new data coming into Marketing Cloud, you want to segment that out and push it out to the right locations, you can do that with Automation Studio. Automation Studio is the beast that allows you to segment all of your data into the right locations with SQL query activities and data filter activities. And then Journey Builder allows you to send those messages out to your customers once all of your data is segmented. So you've got all of that set up on autopilot. You don't necessarily need to do anything once you've set everything up, unless you come in and do tracking and reporting, which you should always do. And you check to see that emails are maybe not performing the way you wanted them to perform. So then you might go back and you might segment your data a different way, or you might create new data extensions and come up with new initiatives in Marketing Cloud or as a business to then go back and create new messages to send to your customers. Marketing is literally just a matter of seeing what your audience wants, speaking their language, and sending a message to them, seeing how they respond to that message, and saying, okay, let's make a couple of tweaks here and let's go through that process again. It's just a constant cycle of going back through and seeing where your customers are at right there. What is the conversation your customers are having? And can you speak that conversation to them as a business and present solutions to them? With Marketing Cloud, you can do that extremely fast. And you are, as a Marketing Cloud administrator, the glue that holds that entire system together. So like I said, I am leaving out some things like before creating data extensions. I'm leaving out things like sender authentication package, just setting up your Marketing Cloud instance the way that it needs to be set up. So I just want to quickly go into Marketing Cloud and just show you what it looks like here. So this is actually Marketing Cloud. This is what the dashboard looks like. So pretty much everything that I just mentioned is going to be found within either Email Studio. That's where you can go in and, you can come in here and create your emails. You can create data extensions. You could also come into Contact Builder and create data extensions. You have Content Builder, where you can create your emails right here. You have Journey Builder, which actually holds Automation Studio and Journey Builder and underneath the same area. So all of those 6 core functionalities that I kind of mentioned all fall right within Journey Builder, which holds Automation Studio, and Journey Builder, Content Builder, Contact Builder, which holds your attribute groups and data extensions, and then Email Studio, which is like one of the most powerful tools as well, which holds data extensions. It also holds Content Builder inside of it as well. But I kind of missed out on, telling you about the setup portion, because that is in itself, as you can see from the administrator exams, Marketing Cloud Administrator exam, that's 38% of the exam. So that's going to be a big portion, which is going to, be a lot of information for us just on this one call right here. So as you can see, I just wanted to give you a quick little look at what Marketing Cloud actually looks like for the people who've actually never seen Marketing Cloud. This is what it looks like. This setup and the way this looks right now is so much prettier. If for people who know what Marketing Cloud used to look like, this is like every day Salesforce is making Marketing Cloud look prettier and prettier. And as you can see here, it kind of looks like the setup menu in Sales Cloud. If you've been in Sales Cloud, we've got the quick find bar over here to the left. We have our drop down list here. We can come in here and do this, do quick searches. We can find our users and roles, find our create FTP accounts. But this is all setup information that is going to be covered later on throughout the course as you're going through with JB for the remaining weeks. But just wanted to kind of show you what this looks like from the get-go here on this first day. Like I said, you can message me. I will also have a link out. There are other resources that you can look at. Another great tool from some other great speakers that you're going to be hearing from over the next few days. I know we've got Elliot Harper, who's going to come in and speak later on. He's got MC Chat, so you can check out his website there, especially if you're big into AMP script and server-side JavaScript. You've got those pieces of information. You also have, I've also got a YouTube page here. So if you ever want to just come in and just see how Marketing Cloud works, pretty much every one of these videos here is a Marketing Cloud video here. So my whole YouTube channel, Minute Admin, right here, as you see here, is completely Marketing Cloud or Salesforce, like interview questions or Salesforce questions that you might have. So if you ever want to see what you can do in Marketing Cloud, I've got tons of projects in here. All for free, completely free, just literally YouTube videos. Also have, this little mini project, this resort project. Got this right here. I think one thing I want to add in here is a lot of people wonder how you pass a Salesforce certification. This video right here will help you understand how to pass the any Salesforce certification. Because I just break down the exam guide into layman terms questions, and I give us a Tesla example. So I just said, hey, imagine you're working for Tesla and you're a new Salesforce administrator or Marketing Cloud administrator or email specialist, and you're going to work for them. How would you actually create a project? Now I take that mind frame and I apply that to the Marketing Cloud email specialist exam in this video. And I show you how to really prepare for the exam. So take this video as well as all of the videos and resources you're going to be realizing over the next few weeks with JB and this administrator boot camp, and just tie these two together. Don't look at just one and say, this is the only way that I'm going to study and I'm not going to think about anything else. Look at everything in tandem and see how your mind opens up. See how you expand your thinking. And I guarantee you, you will be very happy that you did that. Now, other than that, you've obviously got Trailhead. So, there are tons of resources on Trailhead for people who don't know about Trailhead. So, once you go to Trailhead, you can go to credentials and go to certifications and go to Salesforce Marketer. And you can check out Marketing Cloud Administrator right here. and look at the exam guide. We've got trails right here. And underneath all of the trails and all the exam guides and everything like that, there are so many different resources for you to go and study and learn from. So other than that, I just want to see if anyone else has any questions related to what I've covered so far. I'm going to come back off of sharing here and see if there are any other questions. So hopefully I helped give an overview of Marketing Cloud in that time frame here.
Awesome, Kevin. You covered it in very detailed manner, and that helps everyone who doesn't know anything about Marketing Cloud and are trying to explore a career in Marketing Cloud. You cover almost everything that is relevant. And there are a couple of questions I will ask here. So it's by Heather. I am a new admin and my company is just getting started with the Marketing Cloud, but someone in the marketing department don't want to leave HubSpot. Due to their belief, Marketing Cloud isn't as good at lead nurturing.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, so the question is that their response is that the lead nurturing piece is better in HubSpot. Is that what I'm getting here? Sorry, I'm trying to see through the message and see if I can find
a long list of messages here, Kevin. So I'll read that question again. I am a new admin and my company is just getting Marketing Cloud, but some in the marketing department don't want to leave HubSpot due to their belief Marketing Cloud isn't as good at lead nurturing.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you think about lead nurturing, and there are some functionalities that maybe HubSpot has when it comes to lead nurturing. I know that there's, lead scoring and things like that, and understanding how valuable a lead is inside of other marketing automation tools. And Marketing Cloud is, getting better at that. I'm sure there may be a release. Don't quote me on that. I don't make any product decisions for Marketing Cloud, but that is definitely something that, that competitors right now can say that they have, if they do have that lead scoring or lead nurturing piece. Now, when it comes to lead nurturing on the side of putting a customer through a journey and actually walking them through and creating a great customer experience in a journey, Marketing Cloud is unparalleled in that sense. And there are other features that you can use to kind of make sure you have your customers or your leads segmented the right way. Now, remember, you can integrate Marketing Cloud very seamlessly with Sales Cloud or Service Cloud. So you can do a lot of it. You can do a lot of things right within Sales Cloud with leads, and put leads, like people within the lead object in Sales or Service Cloud, into a Marketing Cloud journey. So there is capabilities. There are workarounds that you can do. You can use right from within Sales Cloud if you're using Sales Cloud already, and then put those leads into a customer journey. But that lead nurturing, that lead scoring piece from right within Marketing Cloud, if that's all you're using, yes, other platforms might have a little bit of an edge or advantage on that. But at the end of the day, what you're really fighting against from that question, what it sounds like is you're up against people who understand a product like HubSpot very well. And that's what they know. It's like trying to get someone to switch from Android to iPhone or iPhone to Android. It's going to be a very tough challenge unless you showcase the benefits to them as to why they should switch over. So I would just recommend that you, if you're trying to get them to switch over, create a list of benefits, create a comparison chart, and see how you could use Marketing Cloud Connect to do better lead nurturing right from within Marketing Cloud Connect there. Hopefully that answers that question.
That helps, Kevin. So there are some questions related to that. So Godot has lead scoring and grading. Does Marketing Cloud not? Yes.
Yeah, the lead. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, the lead scoring in Marketing Cloud, that's going to be, that's a feature that, you're not necessarily going to have here. You can use Einstein. Now, I will say from my experience, I haven't used Einstein a ton, just because, from my experience, at least some of the companies I've worked with, Einstein is definitely a product that got to spend a little bit on. Not gonna lie, some companies just aren't willing to invest into Einstein just yet. So I haven't had a ton of experience with Einstein. I would just say definitely do some research on Einstein lead scoring and check out what Einstein can do as far as segmenting your customers into the right buckets to make sure that, if your company is using Einstein, you guys can actually go ahead and use that as a feature.
Right. And also the interaction studio would be able to help gauge the customer's interactions across all the channels. So
right.
They have a scoring enabled, so you can use interaction studio as well.
Yep. Yeah, you could utilize, there's so many additional products right now, obviously, that you can use. This is all considering your company is using these additional products like Interaction Studio. I would just definitely go and see what could those additional products, how could those additional products add to the entire overall customer experience? So yeah, as you said, JB, Interaction Studio, if you want to see where a customer is at, across different platforms, there's so much there. You can pretty much have a superpower with all of those different products combined.
Thanks, Karen. And we do have a couple of questions around the hands-on arc. I know we have the same question every time. So you have any resources to share for someone who wants to get started and they don't have access to any training arc? So there's also a question about the sandboxes in Marketing Cloud.
Yeah, so unfortunately for access to Marketing Cloud, it's not possible to get access to Marketing Cloud unless you work for a company that actually uses Marketing Cloud, or you are working for a partner company and you actually have a job where your purpose is to actually use Marketing Cloud. However, as I said, there's a basic structure behind every Marketing Cloud campaign that you create. So what I'm going to do here, I don't like to do this as far as, just go out and do this right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you everything that you can use from my end that's absolutely free. I do have paid resources that go into much more depth in Marketing Cloud, like see how projects are run, practice exams for email specialists and administrator. I don't like to just give that to everybody as far as like, that's the first thing I give to you. I will, however, give you all the resources that I'm going to hand out here right now. So that's my YouTube channel. I would recommend before you go out and buy anything that I offer, go do everything that's free. Go to my YouTube channel, watch these videos, check out my PDFs that I've got for you. Go to minuteadmin.com, check out my website, check out all the free resources I've got. And if still then I've provided enough value to you, you can check out my paid course here. I've got tons of people who have passed exams, Marketing Cloud Email Specialist and Marketing Cloud Administrator from taking those courses. So I've just included those links in there to my YouTube channel, my course. But I want to say it's not possible to get access to Marketing Cloud unless you work for a client. That's the biggest kicker for most people is, how do I actually get experience if I can't get into the system? But there are different ways for you to actually understand Marketing Cloud and understand what's actually being said. If you have questions around what are some interview questions that I may need to know, how does a project actually look? How do I actually set up a project? All of my videos that I have are all around every question I've ever gotten. I have videos on my YouTube channel to help answer those questions, as well as that course that I put in there. And I'm going to send you all a link here in a second for those those PDF documents there. So just make sure to go ahead and check out those links if you're interested in that information.
Thanks, Karen. And there is one question by Dana. Do you recommend the setup area be given to Marketing Cloud group, or would that be something the Salesforce admin would handle?
So, sorry, will you repeat that question?
The setup area, should that be configured by the Marketing Cloud group or by the Salesforce admin?
Okay, yeah. So let me just let me go ahead and share my screen here one more time. So you're talking about the setup menu that I showed you towards the end of my presentation, correct? So let's see here. So yeah, the setup menu here, that's going to be if you were to go to the setup menu. Now, as a Marketing Cloud administrator, this is going to be your domain here for the most part, because you're going to be setting up new users. You're going to be giving them roles. You're also going to be giving them access to the business units that they need access to. You're going to be setting your company settings, kind of like in Sales Cloud. You're going to be making sure that your company is set in the right time zone. You're going to make sure that your single sign-on is set up, multi-factor authentication is set up. So there's different groups who actually who come in here and set the whole system up. Now, let's say you're working for a company like Accenture, Deloitte, or something like that. They have their group of consultants. So if you go and work as a consultant at a partner company or a consultant company, you would be on a team that would come in and set this up. Let's say you were working at a company like, I don't know, Toyota or something like that. And Toyota just bought Marketing Cloud and they hired you to be their Salesforce or their Marketing Cloud administrator. If you know how to do this, which is why they would bring you in, then you would come in and you would set all this stuff up yourself and they would do everything in-house. So there's two ways you can do the administration side. You can hire a consultant company to come in and do that. I've worked on that end. You could also yourself go and work for an end user directly for the company and be the Marketing Cloud administrator and do all that yourself. So hopefully that answers that question. I think that's what the question was. Is that correct?
Yes, Kevin, that helps.
Okay.
So I think we have answered all the questions. So I see one more question, maybe the last question for today. If we have sales, service, and Marketing Cloud, it would be the same common setup area. No, it's not.
So if you have,
yeah.
Sorry, you said if you have Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. Okay, sorry, repeat that one more time.
So if someone has the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and the Marketing Cloud, so would they be configuring everything in the same setup area?
So the connection between the Marketing Cloud connection, it's not a, once you do it a few times, you'll understand the process, but it's a lot of the setup is done over in Sales Cloud or Service Cloud. And then you have to create a user, like a dedicated system user in Sales or Service Cloud. You have to create a dedicated system API user in Marketing Cloud. You have to tell those two to pretty much talk to each other. Then you have to open up different levels of access. So you've got to make sure your system user inside of Sales or Service Cloud has like system administrator access so they can see everything. You got to make sure the same is true for the Marketing Cloud API user that's going to speak to that system user. Now, there are certain fields you've got to put onto your lead page layouts, your contact page layouts inside of Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, kind of like some opt-out fields that you've got to set up. But the process is going to be the same. There's not one specific area that you necessarily are in the entire time when you're setting Marketing Cloud Connect up. It's a few different places, and you've got to make sure, I would say, have a checklist in place. Like there's probably a 12 to 15 step checklist that you've got to have in place when you're setting up Marketing Cloud Connect. Just make sure that you just go through that checklist and you check each one off each time. Actually, on my YouTube channel, I have an entire setup for Marketing Cloud Connect. So if you want to check that out, you can actually check out one of my playlists, which is titled Marketing Cloud Connect Setup. So you can see how that whole thing is set up. That's free. You can check that out on my YouTube channel and just see how you set up Marketing Cloud Connect. So hopefully that helps.
Thanks, Kellen. And once again, the YouTube channel is Minute Admin. And I think we are over time. And Sarah, I see your question. We will try to address this question in the Slack channel, or maybe I will note it down and we can cover it during our Ask Me Anything panel session. And to everyone else who are asking about the recordings, we have the session recorded, and we will be uploading this after the bootcamp concludes, maybe after November 18th or sometime later. And the resources shared today by Kellen and by me regarding the certifications, we are going to share in the Slack channel. And if you have any other questions as well, please reach out on the Slack channel. And I see a couple of requests to add to the Slack channel. I have noted them all. I will be adding them after the session. And if I miss out anything, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And that is all for today. We hope to meet you again Thursday, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And that's going to be about subscriber management by Wiki. And before we close, I want to give a shout out to Gilda and Gina. They have been a huge support for this bootcamp, and without them, this bootcamp wouldn't have been possible. Thank you very much, Gilda and Gina. We appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you to both.
And with that, we're going to wrap up this session and talk to you again soon on Thursday. Take care and have a good day. Thanks, Karen.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.